going to do this video because it's going to be very hard for me to make, and I don't want to cry on camera and be seen like a fool. But I need y'all to understand something. My brother Craig Wan in Montevallo, Alabama, worked for AT&T. His job was when the services went down and all of the equipment, his teams through the whole southeast United States, he was over. My grandfather, Gerald Van Dyne, as an illuminated family, Van Dyne Original 13, helped develop Ma Bell's communications. Now, my Pilates instructor, Maria Angelova, also worked for AT&T, who has cost me 2 vehicles. My life has now been completely destroyed. She won't talk to me, and I've saved her life twice from the cartel when I had a black man and a Mexican with a Glock and machete, mile and a half from my house, and engaged with them. And this woman can't speak to me, and now she's stealing all of my work. So Maria Angelova, Rebellious International, I'm coming for you legally. When I came to your studio, every implant in my body was activating. All I could do was cry and shake. And then she did Reiki on me, now that I know, without asking my permission. And then wanted $6,000 or $12,000 for Pilates. And then when I didn't pay, remember, we were friends for 4 years. She called me Aunt Sue. Pictures of her and her daughter. We're going to go to the Northern Lights with me. Told me she loved me every morning and night. We texted every day. And I even texted her husband and said, hey, your wife wanted to whip me. I came for Pilates to rebuild my spine, and this is getting weird. Maria won't speak to me after I drove 5:45 in the morning, knocked on her door, told her I had just scared the cartel off instead of calling the police, invited me in, going, oh, my God, what's happening? No, I've got a podcast. Bitch, I just saved your life from a killer cartel. Black man wearing a duster in 100-degree weather in Atlanta in the summer because he had a machete underneath it. And then the Mexican he was with. Lizzie Bravo Helms was with me that night. She was with me, and then she saw how Maria treated me when I went to the door to talk to her, to warn her that the cartel was going to kill her, kidnap her, and rape her child and put it in trafficking. And her husband was like, oh, we'll take care of it, the Muslim that he is, big beefy dumbass. Beefy dumbass. If you don't know what you're fighting, how the hell can you protect your wife? So I'm done, Maria Angelova. Sandy Springs is real close to Atlanta. I am going to ask you, are you involved in my biomedical trafficking? Because your husband's an engineer. Your mama's an engineer. My brother's an engineer. My grandfather was an engineer. And you're doing Pilates on vulnerable after children programs. So your little Kabbalah programs. Well, guess what? The Kabbalah are trying to kill me. Ken Feinberg, I was in a wreck staying with you in Atlanta, and they hit us from behind while we were stopped, and I was hurt. And your little friend, Dr. Mary out of Berkeley, that got all of my bioinformatics and did biofeedback on me. I have a lot of questions, Ken. I've had people try to murder me 25 times, poisoning, electronic through military-grade weapons, are raping me daily, sodomized me for 6 weeks when I was up in Tennessee helping Tanya with that land grab cases. Ex-CIA, Jamie McManus. You've been raping children and women in Tennessee in your little FBI ring long the fuck enough. Kristen Sherman out of Gadsden working with Horton, a sheriff that's a meth head and drunk that can't even carry a weapon. You understand that she was the one driving the police car when you were like going to see a little piece on the side. I want to know about the Elk Lodge. I want to know about the tax donations that Aunt Pat Sherman gave from the Elk Lodge to the Sheriff's Department, why the Sheriff's Department gave her a deputy badge, and why the Sheriff's Department is the one trying to kill me. Pulled over my friend when you poisoned me, grabbed her phone and said, we have you right where we want you. You're dead. I almost died that night. That was September the 14th. Gigi Sabat, you told me a heart monitor, told me, pray for me, I got to wear a heart monitor. A week before they tried to kill me. I was told by Lizzie Bravo that they wanted my heart. And Gigi, you invited me to go speak at your conference down in Florida. And then the conference happened and you didn't even call me and blocked my email as I'm being trafficked and you're promoting Angelova. I'm being trafficked. I'm being tortured. My mother was very wealthy. We had a plantation home in Helena, Alabama. And now are you ready for this, y'all? A Navy Quantico Reiki master has come and moved into that plantation. And I found my brother Johnny Pierce, his little son Sean, his granddaughter Ashley, and Belinda were attached to my mother's home in Helena, the plantation. And Daddy wasn't even in the will, and he didn't even own any property. It was all in my mother's name. So why the hell, Johnny, are you on my mom's property? And why is there a weird kind of like unknown document attached to my property when I outright own my property? It's $340,000 property, and you want me commit? They tried to commit me illegally. Now, after I called Judge Bayhackle to warn them, hey, your grandson and daughter are eating like Monday night prayer meeting at my brother's where they're probably being drugged and trafficked like me. Instead of helping me, Bayhackle calls Alabaster Police, do a welfare check. And the next thing you know I'm being swatted on February the 14th. Yeah, Kristen, because she loves me. February the 14th. You can say all you want, Kristen Sherman, but you know the truth. You promised me a spa. You promised me to help get Junior, Bill Gates. You're working with damn Carl Weaver. I don't know if you're investigating Carl or if you and the serial killer are out killing kids, because you're told me your own Aunt Pat has ties to Eagle Rock Foster Home, and little Isaiah Justin, those 14 and 15-year-old little black boys getting passed around like a little tic-tac. Lizzie told me about James Harrington, her daddy, running from your kill house because something happened and that the back bedroom should be forensically swept because she saw blood. Then told me 2 kids were in your couch cushions, hiding. What the fuck is going on in Alabama? Santiago just got served by Jessica Saxton and all the commissioners because they raped kids while they were in custody. It's all coming out. Shelby County Sheriff, Alabaster Police Chief Goodwin. Could you please tell me why someone's calling me from your fucking department, from your old phone number, from your office, and acting like they're taking reports when they're dead for 2 years? The officer that I talked to, I actually have a little snippet of recording. Can't tell him I didn't talk to him. He's dead. Why are you not arresting my brother? I've got 1,065 Wi-Fi devices in my home, 8 semiconductor medical implants in my body. UAB and Shelby County Baptist are trafficking me. UAB, I have Hulu Lens, Deca Lens, and Brainstorm, which is my human interface device. All you emergency care workers, you EMS, you firemen, you police that are trafficking. She's using the siren sensor. That's her new patent that she's about to get paid $80 million for. And she told Gaston, I ain't paying for a shit of those cars. Kristen said she's not paying for any of those cars. So why is Kristen Sherman talking about the city having to pay for cars and admitting that her aunt gave tax donations, non-deductible, tax-free, to the sheriff's department, and admitted that Eagle Rock Foster Home is involved? I can't get a Fed, a marshal. I've called Texas. I've called Atlanta. I've called Birmingham. I've called Florida. Hell, I even called home back to Jackson, Mississippi. So I guess y'all going to protect Kristen Sherman and my brother Craig Wan and people like Maria who, exploit you sexually, financially, spiritually, and then block you after 4 years because you don't pay their exorbitant amount. And then 3 days before I had a car wreck, she texted me, one of my best friends, trying to give me back all of the $2,000 and 14-karat ring and everything I've given her. I was on the run. I didn't get the message. She gave away my childhood doll that cannot be replaced. There was a reason I gave her that doll. It's a Russian doll, the kind that you have little ones inside and you take them off and there's another little doll and you take it off and there's another little doll. That was given to me as a child for a reason. And this woman won't talk to me, gave all my stuff away 3 days before Sherman, I do believe, possibility, hired a Barton, an electrician out of Mountain Brook, same name as her son that was murdered in a car wreck, Barton, to hit me not once, but twice. I pulled over 500 yards after he hit me to get out of traffic, and the motherfucker hit me harder, and my dashboard exploded. And I have two vertebrae that are ripped from that car wreck. My brother Craig is vile. I think he killed my brother, Bob, who was vented, Sarasota, because I called my brother a week before with no answer. Next thing I know, after I served University of Alabama at Birmingham, UAB Hospital, with an affidavit on the hoax of COVID on the way home, I got a call from my brother saying that Bob was dead. He was vented, Sarasota. I called before I went to serve that to Sarasota Hospital. I called and I said, don't you vent my brother and don't you inject him and don't you do anything. He said, you have power of attorney? I said, give me 30 minutes. I'm making phone calls. I went to take that affidavit to UAB. As I said, on the way home, my brother was murdered. I was told that my brother shot himself in the head by General Angela Vaughn, which is a lie. When I was in Tennessee trying to bring down a CIA sniper, murdering and trafficking and raping children and stealing 35 farms. So I guess Angelova and Craig and Sherman want my property. Oh, Angelova, I noticed you've been talking about with realtors and doing B&B podcasting. Ties you to real estate, ties you to AT&T, your husband and mother's engineer, and you won't talk to me. I'll let the public decide. Now you're stealing my work. It's a destiny swap. When my mother died, I took care of my daddy for several months, so sick I could barely lift my head up. My family didn't help me. They tried to lock me up. They put me in rehab illegally to steal my daddy after my mama died. So that's trafficking. St. Dominic's Hospital, I'm going to come sue you for kidnapping me, for fraudulently filing Medicare. I had to come back to the state of Alabama after they detoxed me and see my pain management and go to court and say, you can't touch me. And the judge told me, anytime you go to see your daddy, you better take this piece of paper because they can do this shit to you again. You stole my daddy, then you made me spend $40,000 to build a room for him, and then you kept me from him after you murdered my mom. You pieces of shit. I'm going to tell everything about the Wan family. W-A-N-N. Betty Wan, Mark Wan, Bill Wan, all of them. They all know. Emma Wan, who called and told me, let's talk about the rose and thorns. 3 days before they tried to kill me. That's, again, a Masonic ritual. I have no family. I only have 2 people in the world I trust, and all you friends that sit there and watch me and call me crazy or say, I don't know what's going on with her. I'm being trafficked and murdered for my property and for biological data. Craig Wan, Sherman needs arresting. She's up in Gadsden. Little bushy Trump little piece of shit. An abomination. Project Paperclip. Classified DNA like myself. I know all about William. I know William was created, and I know your son. I would have protected him with my life. Only person that was going to protect you, you're trying to kill. What a dumb, dumb woman you are. Expect me legally, all of you who tried to kill me, and all of you who watched and did nothing will stand before God. All you people, Jackie Carpenter, Rhiannon Ring, Destiny Yarborough, Araya McGarry, all you women that pretend to love Jesus and sit there and do your TV shows. I went to you for help. I tried to ask for help. What'd y'all do? You blocked me. I asked Charlene, I can't remember her name. Charlene is a Greek name. Charlene, big old media personality in Colorado. When they were trying to lock me up after I'd, given her all this free healthcare advice all these years, she couldn't even be bothered to write me a character reference letter, a fellow media minister. Well, guess what? I was a super soldier undercover the entire time trying to bring down and find out who's trafficking me. And I see every minister that's a fake little bitch on TV. Y'all don't know Jesus. You wouldn't know Jesus if he came up and kissed you on the mouth. Yes, I am cussing. I'm being tortured. I'm being raped. I'm being sodomized. I'm being trafficked. My own family tried to lock me up. My own friends are trafficking me with them. Maria Angelova, you know what you taught me with Rebellious International? To never trust another living person, and that abusers wear smiles. You're the most vile, disgusting person I've ever met. And the fact that you let me love you and your daughter and call me aunt and bring me in and groom me only to try to sacrifice me and gave all of my childhood things away. If you didn't do it, say it. I'm just bringing up questions. I don't give a shit who sues me, because you know why? This is the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. And you've taken everything from me, my house, my clothes, everything's poisoned in my home. I've lost my inheritance. I've lost my home. I've lost my clothes. I lost my possessions. All I've got is my heartbeat and soul and my breath. Guess what? You bitches can't ever steal my breath or my fire. God Almighty's coming. Jesus Christ is coming. And you people that are supporting all these pedophile Kabbalists, you will stand before God Almighty. I swear on my soul, you will bow. And God is going to make a table before my enemies. He's going to anoint my head with oil, and I will sit, and you will see, and you will be accountable for what you allowed women and children to be raped by the police and the media cabal. You are all just vile people.